this video, we're going to check out more options for sidechaining on the Deluge. Make sure to watch the first part so you can have context of the topic at hand. We're going to show how we can set up sidechain affecting an audio clip using monitoring. This option is more limited and different from the first video that showed how we use an audio line in as an oscillator. So let's check it out. So we're in a synth track, but I want to change it to an audio clip. So we just have to press song, and now we're in song view. And we want to hold down the row we want to change and press down the select knob. Now it says we're looking at an audio track. Now we have to set the source of the audio clip by holding learn and pressing anywhere on that row. So what you want to do is choose left, right, or stereo. Just make sure you choose the monitoring selection. On a non-OLED screen, it should show an extra dot in the corner, which indicates the monitoring would be enabled. Next, we want to disable the audio clip from being able to record. So if we say wanted to record MIDI tracks or synths over this, it would actually record the audio clip the first time. So just hold down record, tap the mute launch pad of the audio clip until it just shows green. If it's blinking red or purple, it will record. So make sure it's disabled. Now let's create a new kit. So let's press on a blank row and then press kit. Now let's enter in to the kit screen. We want to make a new kit, so we're going to enter the clip and we're going to press shift kit. This will start loading the first sample. So I'm going to go down and choose drums, kick. I push down and now we're just going to pick the first kick. So push in and now this is loaded in with that sample. We're going to add 4 drum hits here at each line of the grid. Now let's exit to song view. Now we're going to go back into the audio clip. If you're not sure where you are, just hold it down. It'll say what it is. Audio track, audio 1. So we're going to go in. Now you just press sidechain, reverb, and then turn the upper gold knob. So for the audio line in source, we need to have something. So I have my phone plugged in to the line in. It's also running through a little reverb. So I'm going to press play. We can hear what it sounds like. And now what I'm going to do is press play. Now we hear the kick drum. We don't hear any volume pumping. So if you're in the sidechain reverb button here, if I turn this up and start to hear a pumping and turn it all the way up, you can hear it to its full effect. So that's just my live audio line in going through here. So since it's an audio clip, we have a lot more limitations than if it were an audio line in oscillator. For example, the modulate depth button here can only use modulation effects and not pitch warbling. So if I press the top gold knob here, we can swap between chorus, phaser, and flanger. And that's the rate is the top, and the bottom is the feedback amount. So you can hear that. Make it fast. Make it slow. Let's turn it up a little. Now let's turn it all the way down. So that's the depth. I can make it really high depth, and that's going to really change the sound here. So for example, I can't modulate the pitch. So if I enter in the menu here, we go down to transpose and then we click in to assign it to something. I can scroll down. I see sidechain compressor. So I select it and it only has volume ducking. You can also change the other parameters here, but we don't have an option to modulate the pitch. So say we do want to modulate more things, so we can use this more than just volume ducking. So what I'm going to do is go into this track here and press synth. We don't hear the audio line in anymore because now we just turned off that track. And now what I'm going to do is click in to oscillator, type. Now I'm going to choose input, left for me. It's just set to left right now. Now I'm going to exit out, so press any pad. Now let's draw in You can hear it when I pressed it, but you can draw in the line and now press play. But we're not hearing that sidechain effect. I can turn it up again right here. There's the volume ducking, but I'm going to turn it all the way down now. So again, when we're using a line in oscillator, we're not going to hear it unless we're actually holding down the note. So if we're not playing, we're not going to hear it. So to illustrate what we're going to do, I'm actually going to go in to the kick drum here, and we're going to turn the volume all the way down. So now it's not based off of a kick drum, it's based off of whatever I put here. So now I press play, I don't really hear anything coming through that. So let's apply the side chain just to hear that first. Okay, so we hear it applying. We can change that. Let's turn it all the way down. Now let's go into the menu. So into the menu, we go to oscillator 1. Now I'm going to scroll down to transpose. Let's push in again, and now we can scroll down to sidechain. So I can turn it up or down. We can hear what happens. So we can kind of program this sort of pitch bend almost. Let's turn down the cutoff. Now I'm going to exit back out to the menu. Push in the menu again. Now I'm going to go down to effects. And I'm going to set it to saturation. Let's just turn it up. You can hear it's going to have a lot more distorted tone to it. And go to 3. And turn up the resonance a little. So we're able to now manipulate all these things. Let's actually exit out, turn it up. Let's turn up the cutoff. Now what I'm going to do is create a new kit. So I'm going to go in, create new kit, shift kit, put in that kick. We're going to load a new sample in. Let's go back and choose snare. Add some reverb a little bit to the snare. Let's load in a hi-hat. So go out of here. Hi-hat, just load that one. And turn down the cutoff a little. And then I can maybe change the probability of these. So I'm going to create more, turn down the probability. Let's do something else. Let's press here. So that's custom 1 on the bottom. Let's turn that up. Now what I can do is change the notes here. So let's cut off that note and go up an octave. So I turn the portamento or note slide. Turn down the cutoff. Add some reverb. Let's turn up a little bit of delay. And maybe move it to a different note here. We'll just let it play. So let's turn up the probability of all these. So I'm just going to keep pressing here. I can also just turn up the volume if I want. Right now it's off. Play around with the beat a little. Let's actually go in here. Let's go back to effects, saturation. Let's turn it up. transpose. Back to sidechain. Let's turn that up a little. Make the tempo slower. Exit back out. And also have it do some repeats, and it'll still run through. Turn down the volume so we can hear what it's doing. Go in. Turn down saturation. Get some modulation effects. And also change the amount of sidechain that's being received. So what I could do is mute out here and add different notes. And let's change the sidechain on each one. So you can see the amount of sidechain is changing. Let's mute out this line and then maybe turn the reverb down here. And here we can change maybe the delay rate. Maybe make some more in here. Change the different values. I could just get rid of them. Clear each one out. Turn down sidechain. And this whole time it's just been playing from my phone.